hit 80 in swtor. What next? Well, let's talk about PvP. A lot of people think PvP can be intimidating, and when you first step into a war zone, it can be easily overwhelming. Fast-paced action, different classes and skills, and the pressure not to make an idiot of yourself can create an overwhelming atmosphere. But it's essential to take the time and truly understand your chosen class. Spend time learning your abilities and track how each ability works. Knowing your strengths and weaknesses is crucial in battles. So gear up, embrace the journey, because you will die over and over and over. But it's not about that. The thrill of PvP isn't in winning or losing. It's the journey of learning, adapting, and growing. Engage with other players, seek advice, watch experienced players, and apply their strategies to your own gameplay. Just remember that every defeat is an opportunity for you to learn and grow. Sometimes you gotta bring your own magic. Using your imagination will enhance the gameplay that much more for you. So, PvP is intimidating for a lot of people, and it really shouldn't be. And I'm gonna be with a friend here in a minute that's gonna explain why. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit M on the keyboard, you're gonna go to the combat vendor. You're gonna go to the alcove on the left as soon as you get there, and that is where we are going to meet up with my friend who's going to explain everything for you. And now we are here with Novak, who's going to explain the ins and outs of PvP, gearing yourself, and his personal thoughts and opinions from his experience in the war zones. Novak, it's all you, buddy.
Thank you very much. Just wanted to emphasize that PvP is not, as daunting as it seems to get into. If you just get to level 80, or just kind of fresh off the block and just trying to see what direction's up, first you want to check out the PvP gear vendor here right on combat training on the fleet. You'll talk to him, and he takes a special currency called WZ1 Accelerant. Now, this is a currency earned exclusively by completing the weekly PvP, repeatable missions. And basically, he will have the starter gear of the Thursian, set of whatever your discipline is.
I've got the
Something to keep note of if you're
and
trying
the
to gear
best
another
prices.
character. They will only show you your currently equipped discipline. So just something to keep in mind. You have boots, everything from chest to focus, and all that kind of items. And as soon as you buy from there, to upgrade these pieces, you talk to this other vendor here, the PvP gear upgrade on the Imperial side. It's swtor. Now, she will only give you options to upgrade gear pieces that you've bought from the PvP gear vendor on my left here. So if you're upgrading on this track, you have to make sure to upgrade your chest or whatever pieces to her, and she will give you from 322 to 324, and so on. You might not start off with enough WZ accelerants, and that's okay. You can head over to the supplies section and talk to the conquest vendor on the last alcove to the right, and she will sell you a very cheap set of 324 gear. But for all pieces that you want to upgrade through PvP, just kind of head to this section. Remember that she will only upgrade Thursian pieces, and then he will sell the initial set for you. All in all, not too bad. If you just get yourself basically equipped in 322 plus gear, you'll be competitive enough to withstand any engagement in PvP. Maybe not to the most min-max degree, but you'll do just fine. And I just also wanted to emphasize that gearing isn't the most important thing ever. It's good to get your numbers up and to become more potent in that way, but really it's learn your class, fight effectively. It's learning to accept failure. You're gonna in PvP be up against people who've been playing this game for maybe years. And it can feel daunting to go up against some of how people are playing their class, but they learn just the same as you. They all started back when they didn't know how their class worked. I'd just say, keep playing, keep experimenting, because we call it. I'd say that the most impressive PvPers in this game are the ones that are able to adapt, and I think anybody can jump into PvP and play casually. You'll never experience your class in that way in any other game mode. We call it abilities that just wouldn't make too much sense in PvE is something that you'll lean on for a marginal advantage over your fellow player. It's a lot of fun. Can't recommend it enough, and it's just not too hard to get started.
Yeah, and we even had this conversation earlier where my personal thoughts on it are it's one thing to fight against a boss or a computer. You know what they're going to do and how they're going to do it and what you can do to avoid it. But in PvP, you don't know how predictable the other player is going to be. So you have to learn to be really adaptive. And with being adaptive, that comes with knowing your character, knowing what spells do what, how they do it, and when to do it.
Yeah,
And that
your
that in
stuns. Yeah,
key, that in key is just going to make the experience with that particular character that more enjoyable for you because you're so quick and adaptive and responsive to what's going on that you could pretty much play any style and be comfortable.
that's true enough. We call it PvP. Really does bring out um, the most creative usage, where we get to the point where you're able to kind of lean on your abilities, almost kind of like it's like a second skin. But yeah, we call it. Can't recommend it enough.
Welcome back to Marble Fox Gaming. I thank you for coming to spend a couple of minutes out of your day with my bearded mug. I greatly appreciate it. If it's your first time coming to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of the swtor fun. And if y'all haven't noticed, I did trim my beard down to face level because I want to let it grow back out and try a different style this year. But the guys in Discord instantly noticed that the beard was shaved and they started giving me all kind of flack. But with that all being said, I really hope to see y'all coming in. Speaking of the Discord and the guys giving me flack, if you want to join the guild or be a part of the Discord community, the link will be in the description down below. And with that all being said, I hope y'all have a great day, and I hope that I see you in a galaxy far, far away.